If this thing shoots across the room, it's gone forever. I might as well just stop. Mealtime. Let's see what we got here. New air nozzle for the shop. I wonder what this big one is. Something good, something good.
Brandon. Yellow.
So I think there was a problem with the mail. I think you were trying to ship something out to somebody else and it ended up with me. I just want to make sure we correct this as soon as possible.
Don't throw that stuff away.
It had my name on it, but I opened it up and it is like a bunch of AR-15 parts.
I know you're the AK guy. I get it. But I'm gonna need you to do some more stuff other than just AKs, okay?
Why?
I know it's not normal, but it's gonna be funny. And you're really good at funny. You know, like that one video that you did making fun of Red Dawn, even though it was kind of important to my business. So you're gonna need to do this. Look, Brandon, I know you don't want to do it, but this is like one of those things that you're gonna have to do. And how about this? Stop. I bet you 100 cans of the finest White Claw that you can't put it together and make it run. If you can do that, I'll send you all the White Claw you want, okay? So, stop being a bitch and put the gun together. And call me when you're done. Yep, bye.
Okay, thanks buddy. Appreciate it. What's up, you sexy YouTube mother lovers? We are back this time for kind of a build video. Well, okay, it's not a build video per se. The powers that be don't really like that too much. What I will be showing in a way that is definitely not a DIY, not an instructable, I'm just going to be building mostly off camera, my first ever AR. Let's go ahead and look over what White Label Armory was nice enough to send to us. So what do we got going on here? Well, first and foremost, most importantly, we've got patches and swag from White Label Armory and DRG Manufacturing. No build is complete without them. Very important. Got a t-shirt that is extra large. Don't know what White Label Armory is trying to tell me. Promised you I was getting back in the gym, but hey, you didn't have to be harsh about it. AR-15 barrel, M-LOK handguard, butt, Gath 2, bolt carrier group, a bunch of little small parts I'm definitely going to lose in just a second, and our upper and lower receiver set. And a nice little Leviathan logo there. Leviathan, of course, is my agent/agency. They're the ones who hook me up with all the cool sponsors, spots, and shit like that, so they really are the ones keeping the channel going, so it's kind of cool having their logo on the side of a gun, even if it is a AR-15. Don't worry, we're probably going to end up making this machine gun, so I think that evens it out a little bit. Yeah, a bunch of other, again, small little parts I'm definitely going to fucking lose. I don't even know where that goes. I guess now is a perfect time to bring up why this is going to be more of a challenge than anything else. Because I've been making so many jokes about how easy ARs are to build, these guys decided to challenge me to see if I could build this, or really assemble it, without any instructions. I've never done this before. I really don't think it could be that hard. But I guess you and me are about to find that out together. So with that in mind, let's get into the video. But before we do, time to thank our sponsor. So if you're of age and you have a handgun that you carry, odds are you have something like this, a concealed weapons permit. This is mine for the state of North Carolina, and I carry it with me every time I carry, which is everywhere. If you do have, or you're looking into a concealed carry permit, I would definitely recommend also looking at USCCA. USCCA exists to give law-abiding gun owners like you the knowledge, the training, and the legal protection to protect your family when you need it the most. I don't have to tell you guys, if you watch the channel, you know things are getting pretty crazy out there. If you want to check out USCCA, they've got a link in the description and in the pinned comment. They're a big help sponsoring the channel, so thank you again. Let's get down to the video. Okay, receiver. This appears to be one. Bolt carrier group, gas key already staked. Well-documented fact, AR-15 owners are actually afraid of picking up any real hand tools. So of course, it's not surprising this would already come staked. I'm gonna talk a lot of shit right now. Let's see how that ages. Alright, so that wasn't so hard. I seem to have the bolt carrier group together. Firing pin is in it. Good to go. Put that, rotate it, comes out and everything, so that's pretty good. Thankfully they didn't make me put the ejector pin or the extractor in it, because that might have gotten complicated. I just want to reiterate, I have not looked at any tutorials at all. I have not done any of this before, so I am going into this pretty blind. Okay, maybe not like Stevie Wonder blind, but like mostly blind. No. Okay, so yeah, I guess like Stevie Wonder blind. Bolt carrier group can in fact, fully rotated, fit inside the upper. Ha! I'm doing something right. Why can't that rotate? Oh, it's not going to be good. Oh, it's already rotated. Damn. Just hit myself in the balls. Alright, I don't think there's any reason for me to put this in until the very end, so I'm just going to leave this over here. Already beginning to think that this was a bad idea. Probably should have seen some tutorials first. Not because this is hard to do, but because I feel like there's a certain order of operations and I'm going to have to do things a couple of times to figure a lot of this shit out. Big old bag of fuck. This is really going to screw me up, I'm sure. Big old bag of springs. I could probably identify 2 of these right off the bat. Fire control group. That's going to be useful. Oh, and it's already coated in something that feels like cosmoline. Feels like home already. Gross. American cosmoline isn't real cosmoline. Doesn't taste nearly as good. Okay.
Eventually.
Alright, so just so I don't lose my mind, I've arranged this so I have the lower parts next to the lower, and the upper parts next to the upper. I don't think this is actually going to be this hard. It's just a little overwhelming to see a bunch of parts that half of them I don't recognize.
2 hours later.
So I think I have mocked up this lower with all the parts as they're supposed to be in it. I just haven't put any of the pins or springs in it yet. So I think I know how this all goes together. Just pray for a miracle for me. What am I going to do first here? Our takedown pin, I think that's what pin this is, and I think this is the pivot pin because it's cut differently. One of them different pins. So judging by fit, I believe I'm right. That doesn't happen very often. So I think that's going to be our detent back here. I've heard this is a motherfucker, so I'm going to put that up there. It also appears that the trigger and the disconnector are on the same pin. So Eugene Stoner did learn something from Mikhail Kalashnikov. Good on you, Eugene. Simplicity. That's what's for breakfast. Oh boy, I am gonna fuck this up. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, if you asked me, I would have told you these both are the same spring. So I've got an ambi selector here, because I guess they want it to be wrong-handed friendly. So what I think this hole here, under the pistol grip, I think it's a retainer pin for a normal selector, but I don't know if I need it because mine is just Allen keyed, Allen screwed together. Because it's got a corresponding cutout there in this pistol grip, so I'm assuming that that's what that's for. It's some sort of detent for the selector, but I'm going to go ahead and build it without it because I guess I don't need it.
A few moments later.
I now see the error of my ways. Alright, that's a perfect fit. Now I just need to find what spring this goes to. Oh, fuck. Mr. Stark, I don't feel so good. Fuck, do you know what spring this is? Those look roughly the same. I'm sure I'm wrong, but let's try it out. This is just hell for me. So this is pretty much what I was assuming it was going to be, which is AK building, there's riveting, there's pressing, there's drilling, there's milling, there's actual fucking craftsmanship. This, it's like putting on AK furniture for the whole build. It's just Allen key after Allen key. Oh, there's a new Allen key set over there. Perfect. Cool. I don't have to go to the garage. Allen key after Allen key after Allen key. Do you fit? No, you don't fit. Of course not. Why would you? No, you don't. I do have to go to the garage. Fuck!
Later.
This would not be a very useful AR-15 as it is currently locked in the safe position. Nice. So I've figured out how to install the fire control group after installing the trigger spring about 5 different ways. I finally figured out the right way to do it. Hammer spring's a lot like an AK, so like I said, Eugene was good at taking notes. Allen keys, I'm fairly convinced, are sent from the devil to ruin my life, just like a woman that can do 3 shots of a tequila without flinching. So I'm not able to remove this little placeholder that is in the way of the last round bolt hold open / bolt release / bolt catch / whatever the fuck you call this. Don't have an Allen key. I'm actually gonna have to order one. But you know what? The AK doesn't have a bolt hole open either. So, in my odd way of justifying fucking this up, I've actually made this gun better. No bolt hole open necessary. But I think we have a lower. Freeze. Right now that we got our lower mostly together, time to move to the upper. Starting with a barrel here at 5.56 NATO, 1-7 twist, 4150 AR barrel. Oh fuck. God damn it. Ah, here we go. Nope, that's just 3D printing. Just shit. Alright, that's looking better. I would love to shoot the semi-auto though, so time to put the gas block on. So I was an idiot when I first pulled this barrel out of the packaging and I just saw this dimple here. And I thought this dimple was just a dimple for where they were marking where I needed to drill my gas port. That's how a lot of AK barrels come. I didn't realize the gas port was already drilled, so if my ape brain had its way with this thing, we would have had 2 gas ports on this gun. Is there a single Allen key in existence that actually fits this? This gas tube, I don't think this end piece is where the gas comes out. Nope. Okay, let me cover that up. Yep, okay, so it's not these 2 little holes at the end, it's this one big one here, so I'm gonna have to face that downward, I'm assuming. Oh, that's a deep. Nah, clever. Okay, so this is where like a roll pin or some shit goes through. Got it. Yeah, I'm not so stupid after all. Now it's time for the happy little roll pin to go home. Like I said, it's time for the happy little roll pin to go home. Oh, need some needle nose pliers. Happy little roll pin. Ow! Son of a bitch! You could have just been a happy little roll pin. Fuck, cocksucker.
Many months later.
Now I screwed on the handguard. I think we have an upper. So I gotta put the dust cover on, and I need to include the failure button. You know, forward assist. Now I just have to see if I'm gonna get this spring at the right orientation. I mean, it's 2020, I don't judge, but still. And now, I think we have a completed upper. For real this time. Dust cover pops open, just like it's supposed to. Nice and springy, and failure button is installed. And I think it works. The other thing is something I've been hearing about for a good minute. I'm not looking forward to this part. Takedown pin retainer springs. I have a rudimentary understanding of how these work. And now I'm going to try not to shoot some pins across the room, because that's what I've been warned about. If this thing shoots across the room, it's gone forever. I might as well just stop. Boom. And I think there we have it. Seems to all function good. I guess we'll find out. So I don't have a buffer tube or a buffer spring yet, because I forgot. I told them I think I can handle that part, because, you know, after the AR yard sale, I have a couple of leftovers. So we're gonna go out to the shop. There's gonna be a magical cut here because I'm tired. I'm gonna fucking do that tomorrow. So far time elapsed. I started my stopwatch. It's been about 2 hours and 15 minutes since we started this thing. So given the fact that I had to put the fire control group in about 5 different fucking times to figure out the orientation of the springs, I don't think that's too terribly bad. I think if I was gonna do this again, I could probably do it in half the time, but I don't think I will. Alrighty, well, take it away, future me.
Tomorrow.
Well, I said I was gonna finish this video hell or high water. Looks like I get a little bit of both. So we've got our finished up AR-15, got our ACSS, which is not at all meant for this caliber, but whatever. Gonna try the first few rounds out of it and see if I fuck this up enough to make it blow up. Okay, hit the failure button a few times. Make sure she's in battery. All right, we're good. All right, time to send it. No last round bolt hold open, just like God and Mikhail intended. Alright, I don't think that's going to blow up. Let's go ahead and shoot a little bit more. See if we can hit down there. Absolutely not zeroed. just a tad bit right. This thing's actually pretty close to zeroed for being right out of the box. Not so bad, you know, for an AR. Maybe that is the Corona. Long-lasting effects, loss of taste, that I don't hate it. All in all, that was actually fairly intuitive. I mean, all said and done, I probably had about 2.5 hours into this with absolutely no instructions. Of course, I am gonna go back and I'm gonna find the right size Allen key for that, so I will put in the last round bolt hold open, bolt release, all that. Probably gonna make it full auto, because, you know, having anything semi-auto around the shop is just, why? Keep your friends close and your enemies closer. So now that I have a thorough understanding of the AR-15, I feel like I'm more prepared to do another AR guys versus AK guys in due time. Anyway, I do want to thank White Label Armory one more time for sending all this stuff out. I'm really impressed by a lot of the machining and whatnot. Some of these things I'm like, how the fuck did they thread that? A lot of little cool machining for in here. I think this is just billet upper and lower. Fun little gun. I'll probably do a little bit more shooting with it after we convert it full auto, and who knows, we might do a follow-up. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Hope this was a fun video for you guys, and I will see you sexy YouTube mother lovers in the next video. I was yelling, wasn't I? Leviathan, of course, Jesus fuck. Alright, now we got our uppermost, Jesus fuck. Here we are starting with a 5.56 NATO 1-7 twist, 150. That was stupid. What the fuck was that? 4150 is the, it's not even, it's got a 4 in it. I didn't even say that, but it's the steel type. I'm a fucking idiot. Alright. There we go. She was going in there whether she wanted to be happy about it or not. Oh, yeah, whoops. That came out wrong.